Welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with the same module, that is the business skills for e-commerce, and the same chapter, that is chapter number 3, ISP, that is the Internet Service Provider. In the last class we have closed, or we have wind up this chapter, that is chapter number 3, that is how to select the ISPs. And today I am going to start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 4, that is the Internet and www. Right. So this is 3.8 topic that we have covered, 3.9, 3.10. So let's take a quick review what we have covered in the last class and then moves to the chapter number 4, that is Internet and www. Right. So let's start the last class session. The topic is how to select internet service provider, that is how to select, or what are the considerations that taken into mind while selecting the ISP. So this says before choosing an ISP, it is important to access your company's business and marketing goals. That is, whenever I want to choose, or before choosing the ISP, it is important to assess your company's business and marketing goals. That is, what is your company's business, and that is what type of business. It may be a short business, it may be a small business, it may be a medium size, it may be a large scale business. So it is important to assess your company's business and marketing goals. In other words, you should determine, that is, whenever you want to take the ISP, that is the internet service provider, you should determine what your organization will be using internet for. That is, what is the purpose, why the organization is wants the internet, what is the main purpose for using the internet. So it is first of all, it is mandatory to determine for what purpose the internet will require. Once you have determined this, you can contact ISP that serves your geographical area and ask them about their services. That is, so this is the first step. That is, first of all, find out what type of business is, and you want a ISP, or organization want a ISP for their personal usage, for their beneficial usage, what type of usage they can use, and then contact the ISP for their geographical areas and ask them for their services. Then we have discussed that what are the types of questions that taken into mind while choosing the ISP, or while asking, or when choosing an ISP for internet connection. So these are the there are various types of questions that are divided into various parts. One is the general questions, then uh, connection based questions, then cost based questions. So these are the three parts that we used, and we have discussed about these parts. General questions includes the general question, that is what type of connections is required, or what type of connections are available in the geographical area, what equipment hardware is necessary to establish a connection, whether it may be dial-up connection, modem, etc. And then, does the ISP provide installation software, that is, does the internet service provider provides the installation software or not, what kind of technical support you can expect, or can you expect. So these are the general questions that will become taken into mind while using the, or while accessing the ISP account. Then these are the questions that is based on the connection, what type of connection you are using. Suppose you are using the dial-up connection, then what is the speed of the dial-up, or is the dial-up number a local call, does the ISP is an alternative for the local dial-up numbers, is the remote service available. So there are so many questions that is available for the connection oriented ISPs, that is based on the connection. Then how often can you expect busy signals? What is the services expected uptime? So these are the various questions that is based on the connections. Then next is your cost. That is a question that is based on the cost. That is, what type of payment options are available? Is there an initial connection fee? Can the type of connection be changed without penalty? How will a connection time be charged? So these are the various questions that is based on the cost. Yeah, this is the most important question. How will your connection time be charged? That is, what is the criteria, or what is the motto, or what is the tool method that is used for the connection time to be charged? So there are various options, there are various criterias that will be used for charging the, or for charging the connection time. That includes metered, flat rate, bandwidth usage, combination of the above. That is, either the connection will be, or connection time will be charged on the basis of meter reading, on the basis of flat rate, on the basis of bandwidth use, or combination of either metered, flat rate or bandwidth usage, right? And these are the general questions that is also including in the cost, that are there is annual subscription offer that is offered at the discounted prices or not, or there is any other possible charges that is available for the cost. So many of these questions can only be answered by trying for the services. You may want to request a trial period from an ISP so that you can evaluate its performance before signing on with them. Then we have discussed about web hosting. That is, what is a web hosting? So whenever we upload anything on the internet, whenever we do the operations, whenever we upload anything on the internet using www, that is known as web hosting. This is, most companies that offer web hosting services will offer basics packages which can be modified to accommodate your specific needs. Requesting and comparing this information is a good place to start when looking for web hosting services. That is, whenever we request and compare the information, that is a good place to start whenever we are looking for web hosting services. The following list outlines some important questions that should be answered before you make a decision. So then we have discussed various questions that is based on the web hosting. That is, what are the types of questions that must be answered before making a decision for the web hosting. So again, there are different kinds of questions. Again, there are various type of questions that will be taken for the decision making. So these questions are divided again into multiple parts. One is the general questions. General means how much bandwidth is required or available for uploading and downloading, that is data transfer. Then how much storage space is available. Then does the ISP allows for the commercial website? Does the ISP allows for the commercial website? What is the site's expected uptime? Then what is the company's policy with regard to this? Then which operating system do they support? Either they support the Linux, Unix or Microsoft, any type of operating system. Then next, the questions that is based on the services. That is, what type of services they are expecting, which web technologies are supported, what type of technical support can you expect, how many email addresses are provided per account. So these are the various questions that is also based on the web hosting. The next are the questions that is based on the cost. That is, what is the cost, what is the total amount, what is the total monthly cost that is the company is able to pay while hosting the, or while using the web hosting solutions. Right. Then we have discussed the next topic, that is the 3.9, that is ISP in India. That is, what type of ISP is using in India, or what type of ISP, that is the internet service provider, is used in India. Then what are the government issues, or government issues three kinds of license to set up the business, what type of license they are. So first of all, they are operating at, or ISPs are operating or that want to operate at the national level can apply for category A license, then category B license, then category C license. So there are various types of, or there are three kinds of license that is using to set up a business. That may be of license A, that is at the national level, then or category B, then that is including the four major cities, then category C for the smaller areas. Then there is no limit on the number of players in an area, and a company can apply for as many licenses as he or she wishes to apply. That is, there is no hard and fast limit that is using. Anyone can apply for any one license. That is, company can apply for the license A, category B, category C, or both of them. They have option to use the VSNL gateway. It is essential in India that ISP has to provide not only access and make money from that, but also provide the services. So in India, it is not only the ISP is only make, or ISP is only used for making the money. No, that's not possible. But they also provide the services, or they also provide the additional businesses like hosting, creating home pages, marketing the necessary equipment, software needs that to set up the businesses like modem, PCs, web browser and authoring packages. It is very unlikely that process would fall below the current levels. And sometimes the free ISPs are also made their presence in the last year. They however have a price just not just in terms of overall viewing area that will be taken up by the advertising banners, but in the type and extent of personal information that is required to be provided. So while choosing the ISP, it is imperative to consider. So while choosing for the free ISPs or free ISPs that is available, so it is better to use or it is better to consider these questions: whether the service is available in the area, the ISP has a sufficient resources to give the internet, the size of the banners, extent of personal information that is needed, cases of the software setup. So before making the or before choosing an free ISPs, it is important to consider these questions in mind. Then this is a table that shows the free ISP and their services. The name is first of all the cat tiger or calltiger.com. These are the various ISPs that is providing the free ISPs and their services. The ISP business is a long-term business and has no short-term returns. With the growth of internet business, allied services like internet business will be the real opportunity. There are about 1.2 million ISP users in India as against a figure of 120 million in US. That is, there are less number of ISP users that is providing the ISP, that is the internet services, than the other countries like US. Then at last 3.10, that is a summary. That is a summary of the chapter what we have discussed in the chapter. This says, as with any purchase, familiarity with a product that help you make a better decision. That is, whenever there is a familiarity with the product, there will be a better business. Find out which ISP is better one and how they are using the ISP. Make sure you read out the ISP service contract before you commit to it. Then we have discussed about the keyword, that is what is internet, what is www, that is the World Wide Web, modulator and demodulator, that is modem, then ISP, that is the internet service provider, and domain name system. So these are the various keywords that is available in this chapter. So these are the short term or short definition that is given for the different keywords. Then there is a self-assessment question. There are different types of question that is available. That is a self-assessment questions that is using, or that is a question that is based on this one. We have also discussed the questions also. Then these are the readings. Now I'm going to start with the chapter number 4, that is lesson number 4, that is internet and www. That is what is internet and what is www. So till now we have discussed about chapter number 3, that is winding up chapter number 3. So now I'm going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, internet and www. So this is the structure of the chapter. That is, first of all there is objectives, then introduction, then advanced concept of internet, internet tools, www, technologies of www, summary, keywords, self-assessment questions, suggested reading. So these are the topics that is available in this chapter. So let's start with the first one, that is the objective. That is, what is the objective of this, the internet and www, or what is the objective of this chapter, right? So the objective, first of all, many or most early internet programs were command line programs. This is the general line that is given, that is the first line, that most of the early internet programs means the traditional internet programs were command line programs. Command line programs means that is based on the DOS, that is a disk operating system. So most of the early internet programs were command line programs. The www has changed all that. That is, when the www came into picture, that will change all the command lines programs. Instead of requiring to know archive commands, www gives a graphical view of the internet. That is, instead of requiring to know archive commands, instead of taking into consideration into archive commands, The www gives a graphical view of the internet. So prior to this, the traditional terms or the traditional information, traditional websites are using the command line programs that is based on the DOS. That is only the keyboard is used. That is not GUI. That is a CUI. That is a character user interface. But as the times grows, nowadays there is a www that have changed the command line arguments. So instead of requiring to know achieve commands, the www gives a graphical view of the internet. So this www gives a graphical view of the internet. The web is easy to use. It is easy to create web pages and to link them to other web pages. That is, whenever we use the www, so in this case the web is very easy to use. Whenever we use the web, so it is very easy to use, and it is very easy to create the web pages with the help of www and to link them to other web pages. That is, the linking is also possible or easy whenever we use the graphical user interface. After going through this lesson, that is after going through this chapter, this lesson, you will be able to understand the basics or advanced internet concepts. That is, the advanced means that includes the basic as well as the advanced. That is, the advanced internet concepts that is available in the internet, every concept of internet. Then various internet tools and www technologies. That is, what are the various tools available for the internet, and what are the www technologies that is available. So types of tools in internet and types of techniques or tools in www. Then 4.1 is introduction. So we have covered with one topic, that is the objective. Now the next is introduction. That is introduction of the internet and the www. So this says internet is a network for the elite. That is, internet is nothing but a network of networks. So internet is a network for the elite, but it is very egalia or egalitarian. That is, it is a network for the elite, or it is a network of networks, but it is very egalitarian. It has valuable information but works at no extra charge. That is, it has different information, it has valuable information that is works or that works at no extra charge. The internet is a rapidly growing network of or growing a network of thousands of businesses. That is, the internet is nothing but a rapidly growing network of thousands of business, educationals, and research networks connecting millions of computers. So whenever I say internet, so it is a growing or it is a rapidly growing network of thousands of businesses. That is, there are more than 1000 businesses are available. So that is a growing network of thousands of business, educationals, and research networks connecting millions of computers. So it is a connection of the businesses, educational, and research networks that connects millions of computers and their users in over 100 countries. So internet is nothing but a collection of networks by which different businesses, different educational institutes, different research networks connects millions of computers and their users in over 100 countries. Next line says internet is very popular in the recent days. That is, it is very popular in the recent days, though it too took birth in the late 1960s. It is popular till now, internet, although it took birth in the late 1960s. That is, it takes the birth in the or it is founded in the late 1960s, but in a day-to-day scenario, till now it is very popular in the recent days. The US government started the procedure or started the process when laid down the or when they laid the framework for the internet. That is, the US government started the procedure or start the procedure when give the framework for the internet. The framework is known as the DoD, that is the Department of Defense, that is decided to fund a network of computers that would all talk the same language. That is DoD, that is the Department of Defense, first of all understand or decided to make a network of computers, that is decided to make a collection of computers by which have every computer has the same business. The intention was to connect researchers, government workers, and defense contractuals or contractors. That is the intention. What is the intention of DoD? That is to make or that is to connect researchers, government workers, and defense contractors who were providing systems and data to government agencies. That is, who are providing or who were providing systems and data to government agencies. Most brands of computers at that time applied different tools for communication. That is, most brands of computer, that is the most type of computers at that time applied different types of or different tools for communications. That is, different tools are available, that is known as the protocol. DoD decided to develop a vendor independent pseudo protocol. That is, the Department of Defense uh, decided to develop a new kind of or new sort of protocols, that is a new categories of protocols. The new network are known as, or the name of the new network is ARPANET, that is the Advanced Research Project Agency Network. That is the ARPANET, that is the Advanced Research Project Agency Network that provides the funding. ARPANET protocol was replaced in 1970s. That is the ARPANET protocol. So first of all there is a DoD that makes the ARPANET, and now the ARPANET, that is the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, is replaced by the TCP/IP, that is a Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. I'm repeating again, Transmission Control Protocol slash oblique Internet Protocol. So ARPANET was replaced by TCP/IP protocol suite in the 1970s. The features in these protocols permitted transmission of data in an efficient way from any other or from any computer that is connected to the ARPANET. That is, the feature that is available in this protocol allows or permits transmission of data in an efficient way from any computer that is connected to the ARPANET to any other on the net. That is, the main feature of this business, or the main features are available for this protocol, is that transmission of data, that is the sending and receiving of data is an or transmission is made in an effective way from any computer connected to the ARPANET to any other on the net. It is therefore the foundation for the internet as we know today. That is, TCP/IP is the foundation for the day-to-day scenarios. The chronological events that took place are as under. That is, the chronological events that takes place or that took place are as under. That is, what are the sequence in which the TCP/IP protocol are available or is in progress or is taken into picture. So what are the chronological events? First is 1969. That is the first ARPANET that is installed at UCLA in September 1969. So the first ARPANET that is installed in the ULCA, that is available in the September 1969. ARPANET used special purpose computers, that is the IMP. That is, the ARPANET also uses the special purpose computers. The name of the computers is IMP, that is the Interface Message Processors. Created Network Communication Protocol. So these are the processors or these are the computers that is used. One is the IMP, and they have created the new protocol that is known as the Network Communication Protocol, that is the NCP. So one is IMP, that is a computer that uses or that is a special purpose computers, and one is the NCP, that is a protocol that is used with the ARPANET. So ARPANET arrived in the 1969. Then in 1972, a new feature is available. That is, the email was invented by accident for sending messages by two programmers. That is, the email came into picture in 1972 by accident for sending messages by two programmers. What is the meaning of accident? That is, coincidentally they are or they are sending the messages by two programmers. That is, two programmers are sending the messages coincidentally, and with the incidents or with that accident, an email was invented. Ray Tomlinson of BBN is credited for sending the world's first email message in 1973. First killer application for commercial users. That is, a Tomlinson of BBN is using or is sending the world's first email message. That is it available in 1973. That is the first killer application for commercial users. Then next one is 1973 to 1974. So one is 1969, then 1972, then 1973 to 74. That is in mid 1970s. That is after emailing. That is after 1972, that is in 1973 or 1974, that is a mixture of both the years. A new protocol is generated, a new protocol suite was developed, that is a TCP/IP, that is a transmission control protocol, internet protocol, was developed by Windcurve to link different packet networks. That is, it was developed, or this protocol suite was developed by Windcurve to link different packet networks. These were capable of connecting multiple independent networks through routers gateway. That is, these were capable, or these were taken out for connecting multiple independent networks through the routers or gateway. That is, the gateway and the routers are available to connect multiple independent networks. That is available in 1973 and 1974. That is in the mid 1970s. Then US 1978, US government preferred TCP/IP. That is in 1973 or 74, it was developed by the different organizations, that is a Win itself, to link the multiple networks. Then in 1978, the US government also look that this protocol is very good, that is there are so many standards, there are so many protocols, provisions that is available with the TCP/IP protocol. So the US government also recommends or preferred the TCP/IP in the 1978. That is in 1978, US government preferred TCP/IP. Then in 1980, DERPA funded the development of Berkeley Unix TCP/IP. That is in 1978, after TCP/IP, there is a new concept, that is a DERPA, and that also funded the development of Berkeley Unix TCP/IP, or Berkeley Unix. TCP/IP was made part of the operating system. That is, DERPA is nothing, or DERPA funded nothing but the extended version of the TCP/IP, that is the Berkeley Unix TCP/IP. That is also a part of the operating system. Then in 1982-86, there is the NSF that also supports the development of CSNet. So this is the history of the internet. That is how the internet arrives, or what type of protocols are used. So in 1980-86, that is for 6 years, there is a NSF, that is a National Science Foundation, supported the development of CSNet, a computer science research network. That is a net, that is a computer science research network, that became popular with 170 universities, other organizations, and network in other countries. That is a CSNet. Then in 1986, NSF initiated a new program of networking and computer support for supercomputing centers for research. That is in 1986, NSF again initiated, that is a National Science Foundation initiated a new program of networking and computer support for super networking on computing centers for research. IT launched the NSF network backbone program. That is, IT launched, or IT has taken the NSF network backbone program. So in 82-86, there is a NSF that developed the CSNet. Then in 1986, there is a NSF that is also launched the NSF network program. Then in 1987, CSNet merged with the BitNet. That is, the two net is merged with the one net. That is, a CSNet is merged with the BitNet. That is, the backbone was upgraded from 56 kbps to T1 services. That is, the backbone means the backbone program, that is the NSF net program, was upgraded from 56 kbps to the T1 service, that is the 1.1 Mbps. TI was operational in 1988. That is, it comes into picture in 1988. That is a T1 service. Then in 1991, CSNet service discontinued. That is a discontinuation of the T1 or internet or CSNet services discontinued. Then internet connectivity has become essential tool for conductor specific research. That is, internet connectivity has become essential tool, or is becoming the essential tool for the conductor specific or scientific research. NSFNet program has or had outgrown its initial version, that is of 1985. That is NSFNet has outgrown the or it grown the initial feature of the 1985. Successor program established by High Performance Computing Act of 1991. That is, successor program is also established by High Performance Computing Act of 1991. The three parallel activities of this are, that is, what are the three parallel activities of the CSNet that is available with the use of NSFNet? First is commercialization of the internet. That is the usage of the internet for commercial purpose. That is, we can take the commercial transactions, or we can make the commercial transactions over the or with the help of the internet. That is the commercialization of the internet. That means the trading and purchasing of goods and services over the internet. That is also found in the day-to-day scenario, as we are studying the same topic, that is a commercialization. So we are studying the e-commerce. That means using the commerce or uh, use trading of goods and services over the internet. That is a commercialization of the internet. So in 1991, that is CSNet or NSFNet also provides this provision, that is we can do the commerce over the internet. Then high performance computing and communications. That is the next program that is also used, that is the HPCC, that is the high performance computing and communications. Then this is also says as found even today. The next is national information infrastructure. That is also a next part, that is the national information infrastructure, that is the information superhighway. This is also found in the day-to-day scenarios. This is as found even today. And then US government requirement was to ensure that the system was secure. That is, the US government requirement is to make sure, or is to ensure that the system is secure, or system is the right way to secure, and would allow continued cooperation between these sites and computers in the case of nuclear attack. The US or the internet evolved from a military focus towards non-military usage with many simultaneous developments. That is, the internet also evolved from a military focus towards non-military usage with many simultaneous developments. Like, what are the major development that is used? Like email, personal computer, office productivity applications, software products, then work computing, local area network. So these are the various programs that is used by the internet military organizations. So this is the history of the internet. These are the year by year, that is the step by step history, that is how the internet has been taken place into the picture, or how the internet is widely used in the or widely used by the people. So these are the various year by year, step by step sequence. That is how these year by year goes, and how this internet came into the picture. Now the next topic is advanced concept of internet. That is advanced means more concepts of the internet. That is the advanced concept of internet. So this is the most important topic. So let's take a break right now, then come back from the break, starting with this topic, that is the advanced concept of internet. So let's take a break right now. Hello. Let's take a break. So come back from the break. Let's start the session again. Now the next topic is, that is 4.2, that is the advanced concept on internet. So till now we have discussed the basics, that is the history of internet, how the internet came into the picture. Now the next is advanced concept of internet, that is the advanced features of internet. So one is uniform resource locator. That is the first part, that is the first concept of internet. That is a uniform resource locator, that is a URL. So this is the URL that is given. So this is http://www.microsoftcouples.htm. So this is the URL, that is a uniform resource locator. As a name advice, uniform, that is a unique. Resource means way or the path. Locator means to find out something. So whenever we use a resource that is unique to locate something, that is known as the URL. So a locator, a find out method that has some resource that is a unique, that is not duplicate with anyone, that is known as uniform resource locator. Then this is the URL that is given, this is the URL, this is the URL that is given. So always the URL is available in the address bar. So this is HTTP. So first of all it starts with the HTTP, that is a hypertext transfer protocol. Then colon double slash www.microsoft.couples.htm. So this is the address bar that is available, and we have to store, or we have to put the URL inside the address bar. This says a URL, that is a uniform resource locator, is the address of an internet page on a website. So it is nothing but the address of an internet page that is available. It is the address of an internet page. So suppose if I want to do the Google, that is Google, if I want to start the google.com, so that is the address, or that is a URL that is given, that is the address of an internet page on a website. So I have to write only Google, but on the URL it is available HTTP double colon double slash www.google.com. So whenever I put any website on the Google or any search engine, then automatically it converts into the URL. So always the URL starts with the HTTP. What is HTTP? That is hypertext transfer protocol. So remember, if a question arises, the URL always start with the HTTP, true or false. So answer is true. Why? Because whenever we put any website, whenever we put any google.com, yahoo.com, then it automatically converts into the URL by specifying or by using the HTTP colon double slash and then name of the website. So whenever any website that starts with the HTTP, that is a URL, that is a uniform resource locator for finding something or for finding the information over the internet. This says a URL is the address of an internet page on a website. Usually it consists of four parts. Usually means generally it consists of four parts. One is a protocol, that is a HTTP, then the server, then that is www, that is a World Wide Web, then path, this is a path, that is microsoft.com, then file name. What is the name of the file? That is a couples.htm. Often, often when you go to the very first page of website, that is known as the home page. So if I open any website, for example google.com, whenever a Google page appears, that is known as the home page. There is no path or the file name. Here is an example. So this is the example of the Google. Yeah, the full form of HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. I will write, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So this is the HTTP that starts with the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So whenever we open any website, the first page is known as the home page. For example, if I write google.com, the first page that appears of the Google, that is known as the home page. There is no path or the file name. That is, there is no path, there is no file name, only the um, home page is available, that is the first page of any website. This is the example. One is http www.microsoft.com windows default.asp. So first of all there is a HTTP, that is a hypertext transfer protocol, that is a protocol. Then www.microsoft.com, that is a server, that is a microsoft.com is the server. Then windows is the path, so this is the path, and then default.asp is the file name of the page on the site. That is it is the file name that is available on the site. So if I click on this one, a new page will be open of the window like this one. So this is the path, this is the URL, this is the link. If I click on this, a new path, a new information is available about the window, that is the Windows, Microsoft Windows. So this is available with the internet. Yeah, Windows 10, nowadays there is a Windows 10 that is available. It is the best yet because of you. So this is the latest version that comes into the picture, that is a Windows 10. First of all, there is a Windows 7, Windows 8. Now a new window arrives in the market, arrives in the picture, that is the Windows 8. That is the best way to find out the graphical pictures, right? So these are the various contents of the URL. These are the various parts of the URL. First of all, there is a protocol, then there is a server, then there is a path, then there is a file name. So it is divided into four parts: protocol, server, path, file name. First of all, whenever we use the HTTP, that is a protocol. Then whatever we use with the www, that is a World Wide Web, that is the server. Then Windows, that is a path. Then default.asp, that is the name of the file. And the ASP full form is active server pages. Then the next part is communication protocol. That is the next concept. So we have finished with one concept of the advanced concept of internet, that is the URL. Then the next concept is what is communication protocol. So protocols are nothing but the set of rules and regulations. So protocol is a set of rules that is created for the process of communication with another computer or with an operating system. So it is a set of rules that is created for the process of communication. So whenever we want to communicate with another person, a set of rules is used that is known as the protocol. So whenever I say these are the rules that is used for the purpose of communication, that is known as the protocol. So it is a set of rules that is created for the process of communication with another computer or with operating system. So whenever there is a technique for communication either with the other computer, either with an operating system, there are some rules that we follow that are known as protocol. The first element in the URL is a protocol. That is the HTTP is the protocol. This is the service that provides the resource followed by the colon. So URL is nothing but the service that provides the resource that is followed by the colon. So this HTTP is nothing but the services that is followed by the colon. The default taken is HTTP. That is the default one that is used, that is generally used with the URL is the HTTP. If you don't specify other service, that is the default one. If you don't want to, or if you do not specify something, this is the default one that is available with the HTTP. It is available with the URL. So the default taken is HTTP if you do not specify other service. The protocol specifies the computer language. So this protocol specifies the computer language that is used to transfer the information. So whenever there is a communication among the computers, among operating systems, so this is a protocol, or that is a protocol that specifies the computer language that is used to transfer the information. Specifically, a protocol tells the browser where the information is located. So specifically, a protocol tells the browser, or protocol tells the web browser where the information is located. So it is a rules, I agree, but it also tells the browser where the information is located on the internet. For example, on a web server, an FTP, that is a file transfer protocol server, a local hard drive, and so on. So this is the information, or this protocol tells, or the protocol tells the browser where the information is stored or where the information is located. For example, on a web server, an FTP server, local drive, hard drive, and so on. The protocol tells the browser what to expect from the document retrieval process, that is what to expect at what timing. There is also the protocol that is the usage of the protocols. Now this is the table of the protocols. This is the protocol and their usage. That is a table that shows what are the common protocol that is used along with their usage. This is the protocol, that is HTTP colon double slash for documents, for HTML documents and associated files on the web. So HTTP protocol is used for the HTML documents and their associated files that is available on the web. Then FTP, that is the FTP is the file transfer protocol that is used for the documents on the FTP server. That is also the protocol, that is the file transfer protocol. Then Gopher, that is a protocol that is used for documents on the Gopher server. So whenever you use the documents we have to use the Gopher protocol that is used for the documents on the Gopher server. Then telnet, that is used to open a telnet that is connect to a specific host. So whenever I want to connect to the remote connections, or whenever I need a remote connection that is connected to the computer that is remotely accessed or that is not remotely accessed, that is very far from one another, that is that is done or that is captured by using the telnet, that is a telecommunication network, that is a telnet. So the next concept is, so these are the various common protocol. This is nothing but the four protocol, but there are so many protocol that is used with the network. The next topic is the host name. Now, what is the host name? It is a server that contains a resource. So the host name is nothing but the server that contains a resource preceded by the two slashes. That is the host name, either in the form of domain name or IP address. So whenever I say the host name that contains a resource, what type of resource is used, preceded by the two slash, either in the form of a domain name or an IP address. In other words, the host name is the name of the server that holds HTML documents and related files. So in other words, the host name is nothing but the name of the server that holds the HTML document and related files. That is the host name. Then folder name, that is gives the document on the server's file system. So folder's name is nothing but the name that is given to the folder or the name that gives to the document on the server's file system. Folders perform the same function on a web server that they perform on your PC. That is, the folders are nothing but they perform the same functions as they perform on the web server or as they perform on your PC. That is, they organize the document. So the folder usage is to organize the files, organize the documents. There is a virtually no limit to how deep you can nest folders, and there is no limit as to what files a folder can contains. So there is no limit how you can nest the folders, how you can go deep into the folder. That is, the folder within the folder, within the folder, within the folder. So there is no limit to how deep you can nest into the folders, and there is no limit as to what files the folder can contain. That is, we can contain or we can store n number of folders in the or n number of subfolders in the main folder. Then next one is your file name. That is the next concept. What is the file name? So we have discussed till now host name, then a folder name. Host name means nothing but the name of the computer. That is the name of the computer that we use in the network. Then folder name, that is the name of the folder. Then that folder also contains the subpart, that is the subfolders, files. Then there is a file name, that are the names of a specific document. So files names are nothing but the names of a specific documents. Whenever we use the names or whenever we give the names to the file, that is a file name. It identifies the files, for example an HTML document, image, text file, and so on. That is a file name. So it identifies a file. So whenever we want to identify the file, that can be identified by using the file name. In the above example, the file index.html is displayed. This file is kept in the folder virtual. So that's the file name. So whenever I want to identify the file, that is known as or that is done by the file name. Then the next is TCP/IP, that is a transmission control protocol, internet protocol. That is the next concept, that is a TCP/IP. So TCP/IP, that is the full form is transmission control protocol and the internet protocol, are most commonly protocol that is used in the internet. So these are the protocol that is most commonly used that we can use in the day-to-day scenario over the internet. They mainly deal with slicing the data into different size packets. That is what is the role of TCP/IP? That means dividing the data, that is dividing the main content into multiple chunks, into small size packets. That is not communicating or not transmit the whole data at one go, but That is not to send the or not to transmit the data at one go, but to split the data into multiple packets. That is split the data into small size packets and route them, that is transfer them along with the communication channels. That is a usage of the TCP/IP. So TCP/IP does the chunking or does the splitting of the data into multiple chunks. These packets are routed to their destinations. That is, packets means a small chunks of data. That is, whenever we divide the data into multiple parts, that is known as packets. So these packets, so first of all, packets are maintained. Then these packets are routed to their destination and pass through from node to node, and that is the first of all the packets are made, then transfer the packet to the destination. That is, the data is sent packet by packet. So these packets are routed to their destination and pass through from one node to node, that is pass through the computer to computer, and are reassembled in order to form the data at the destination computer. And at the end, the data will be reassembled. That is, at the end, the data will be gathered in order to make the data, in order to form the data into a destination computer. That is, first of all, the packets are maintained. Then at the sender point of view, the data is split into multiple packets and data is sent from the packet to packet. That is, one packet is sent, another packet is sent, third packet is sent. And at the destination computer, that is at the receiving end, these packets are reassembled. That is, these packets are read together. That is, these packets are cluttered together to form the main data, because first of all it is divided into multiple parts. Then again at the destination it is merging into multiple, or it is merging into one data. That is a main concept. That is a TCP/IP protocol. Then this says that these packets are routed to their destination. So first of all, packets are maintained, routed to the destination, and passed from the computer to computer and reassembled in order to form the data at the destination computer. Right? This is very easy. TCP/IP is a very popular protocol, as I told you again in the previous chapter, also in the starting of this chapter, also in the today's class. That is, TCP/IP is one of the main protocol that is used in the networking, that is used in conjunction with the internet. Why it is so important? Because it contains the suite of the protocol, that is a combination of protocols. TCP/IP contains so many protocols that is used for the networking, or that is used for the connecting with the networking. So whenever I say TCP/IP, it is nothing a single protocol. It is a combination of different protocols, that is a TCP/IP suite. So whenever there are multiple protocols that is used, so the main advantage is that in this there is no congestion. Why there is no congestion? Because this divides the main data into multiple parts, and then data is sent packet by packet. So data is divided into multiple packets, then data is sent from packet to the destination. So if there is any error in one packet, then another packet cannot send. So that is the main advantage. That is not the whole data is sent out, then after that we know that the data is not reached to the destination. There is some error. But if I am sending the packets, if one packet is not sending to the destination, then I am not sending the second packet. Why? Because there is no motto, or there is no benefit for sending the second packet if the first packet fails. So this is the advantage of TCP/IP. That's why it's very popular protocol that is used in conjunction with the internet. Next line says, to establish a link between two computers on the internet. So whenever I want to establish a link between two computers on the internet, it is required to frame certain rules and regulation so that the data communication between the computers may take place. So whenever I want to link two computers for communication, so whenever I want to connect two computers for the communication, that is linked together by using the certain rules and regulations, that is they contain the protocols. That protocol is known as the TCP/IP, that is transmission control protocol, internet protocol, so that the data is traveled, or so that the data communication between computers may take place very effectively and efficiently, so that the data communication between computers may take place. A protocol means a set of rules which is accepted globally. So protocol is nothing but a set of rules which is accepted globally. Then TCP/IP is the protocol which defines the rules and algorithm for data communication between different computers. So TCP/IP, as I said, it is a protocol. It is a set of protocols in the protocol suites that provides different protocols or that contains different protocol for data communication. So it is used for data communication between different computers. To establish a link between two or more computers. Next paragraph says, whenever I want to establish a link, so to establish a link between two computers, it is required to define the address of the computer. So whenever I want to establish a link between two computers, so first of all there must be an address of the computer. There must be a unique IP address. There must be a unique DNS, that is domain name system for the computers. So it is required to define the address of the computers. This address must be unique. As I said, this address must be unique for each and every computer. Rules and regulation, that is a protocol for secure transmission of data over the communication channel, are also required. That is, there are some rules and regulations that must be followed for the transferring the data. That is, rules and regulations are required for secure transmission of data over the communication channel. TCP/IP is divided into two parts. One is known as TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol. One is known as IP, that is the Internet Protocol. So TCP protocol is divided into two parts. One is known as simply the TCP, another one is known as the IP, that is the Internet Protocol. Now let's discuss one by one what is TCP and what is IP. We have discussed that TCP/IP is nothing but the protocol that is used to transfer the data packet by packet. Now let's see what is TCP. This deals with packets over the network. As I said, transmission control protocol, that is dealing with the packets that is sent over the network. The packets are small pieces of data meant for effective and same communication over the internet or network. So packets are nothing but the small pieces of data. So packets are small piece of data that is available or that is meant for effective and safe communication over the network. So packets are the small parts of area, small chunks of area that is used for the effective and safe communication over the network. To send a block of data over a communication channel. So whenever I want to send a block of data over a communication channel, the data is divided into various pieces, and these pieces of data are communicated as packets. That is, to send a block of data, to send a multiple blocks of data over a communication channel, the data is divided into various pieces, or data is divided into multiple parts, and then pieces are communicated as a packets. That is, these pieces are sent as a packets. These packets have to follow a long path. That is, these packets have to follow a long path, traversing from the one computer to or node to another computer. That is, traversing means converting or rotating from one computer to another computer. This process is known as routing. So whenever we have used the TCP, that is the transmission protocol, so the data is divided into multiple parts, that is known as packets, and then packets are traveled through the long path, that is from one computer to another computer, one node to another node. That process is known as the routing. So whenever there is a traversing, that is whenever there is a method for routing the or routing the data from one part to another, that is known as the routing. The size of packets is decided on the basis of network capability. So whenever there is a size of the packets, or whenever I say what type of packet is mandatory for the sending the data over the TCP/IP. So the size of the packet is decided on the basis of network capability. So what is the network capability? It depends on the size, or the packet of the size of the packet is depend on the network capability. The TCP also ensures the safe delivery at the destination. That is, the TCP also ensures that there is a safe delivery. That is, it provides the delivery that is error-free delivery. That is a safe delivery at the destination and assembling of all the packets. So its main role is to provide the security and also reassemble the packet at the destination to get the complete lot of data at the destination computer. It also ensures to or it also ensures to reassemble the data, or it also ensures to reassemble all the packets to get the complete list of data at the destination computer. So this also ensures the safe delivery of the packet at the destination and the reassembly of all the packets at the receiving end. Then next is one is the TCP IP that simply provides the safe connection, secure connection, also ensure the reassemble of the data at the destination point. The next part is Internet Protocol. This mainly deals with the addresses of computer. So one is TCP that provides a secure connection, and one is IP that provides the or that deals with the addresses of computers. That is whenever I want to give the address of a computer, that address is provided by the Internet Protocol. That the address is given by the IP, that is the Internet Protocol. The Internet Protocol decides the address of the computer to be labeled on the packet. That is, it is the responsibility of the IP to decide the address. That is a packet. First of all, understand the concept. A packet. What is a packet? It is nothing but it is a small chunk of data. And packet contains two parts. One is the header, one is the information or data. Header contains the IP address of the receiver. I'm repeating again. Packet contains two parts. One is the header, one is the data. And header contains the IP address of the receiver. That is, whenever I say the packet, so it is of two parts. One is the header, one is the data. And the header is the information, or header contains the IP address of the receiver. So whenever I want to give the or whenever I want to send to the receiver, that then header contains the IP address of the receiver only, and the data contains the data that is to be sent to the receiver. So the Internet Protocol decides the address of the computer to be labeled on the packet. So it is the responsibility of the IP to fit the data of the receiver or receiving end to the, at the in the packet or on the packet. This also allows various computers or intermediate nodes to read the address of the destination computer. So this also allows, or IP also allows, the various computers or intermediate nodes to read the address of the destination computer and route the packet to the destination node. That is, route the packet or route the packet from the source to the destination. So this is the role of the IP to get the data or to insert the address into the packet. So TCP IP is divided into two parts. One is the TCP, one is the IP. And TCP main role is to provide the secure connection over the internet and also ensure the reassembly of the packets. And the role of IP is to simply insert the IP address into the packet that gives the address of the receiver in the packet. That is the IP. Next is HTTP. I'm not starting this protocol right now. I'm winding up this right now for today's class. Then in the next class I will be moving to the next part, that is the HTTP and the next protocols. So that's all for today's session, because there is no this is a theory subject. There is no motor to go to the deep by deep, long by long hours, but teach or gain slow but gain very effectively. That is, you can learn slowly but you can gain, but you can learn very effectively, so that your mind is set, yeah, this protocol is used for this one, that protocol is used for that one. So I'm stopping over here only. Thanks a lot everyone for listening me. If there is any doubts, you can ask the doubts from me anytime, anywhere, either through mail, either through chat, anytime. So thanks a lot everyone for listening me. Bye bye everyone.